Okay, so this is the first Periscope interview from the ANROS 2016 conference, and I'm with Cathy Humphreys, who will be presenting at the conference tomorrow. Can you just give me a quick rundown of what you'll be talking about tomorrow, please?
So I'll be talking about one of the ANROS funded research projects, which is a big research project looking at the collaborative processes between child protection and specialist family violence services and family law.
Can you tell me a little bit of what the issues in the past have been between those three areas and why there's been a need for research?
Well, child protection has had a very checkered history in the domestic violence area, and I guess the domestic violence advocates for women have often been very critical of child protection practice. I guess my interest as a social worker has been in the fact that I think that it's not individual practitioners that are problematic. It is more that the system was really never set up and designed, the child protection system was never set up and designed to work well with domestic violence. And so it's looking at how do we get these two sectors and their specialisation from the women's services sector and the specialisation from the men's services sector, particularly men's behaviour change, informing child protection practice. And how do we get child protection workers who are very concerned about children informing those sectors about the issues for children?
Okay. And what have you found so far doing this work on the Patricia project?
We've done a scoping review, which is a literature review. And really, a lot of the literature which looked at the different forms of collaboration that have been tested and tried and experimented with, saying, well, there's been lots of examples of innovation, but not a lot of evidence that's very strong to say this is the way to go. And so our literature review, which we've done, would say really more work to do here to try and get a better evidence base. We're looking at three different state administrative databases in child protection to look at the pathway through the system for people where domestic violence has been identified. And so that's a big project being led by Aaron Schlonsky. And then we've got some case studies that are happening in each state which are really looking at, well, where is the innovative practice on collaboration, and what are they doing, and how are they doing it, and what are the facilitators and what are the barriers. We're also doing some work with David Mandel's resources around case reading processes, which are really looking at the micro practices of child protection workers and how are they documenting and intervening in the area where children are living with domestic violence.
And that process is underway?
That is well underway,
yep.
But it's only at the very early stages of the findings.
Okay. And what are you looking forward to from this conference in general?
I think that there's a lot of projects like our own in the ANROS call from last year, which are halfway through, and so I'm excited to be really listening out for how those projects are running, developing, what new findings are coming through.
Yes. Great. Thank you so much for your time, Cathy.
Thank you, Annie.